Last time on June and Derek.
We've known each other since how old was I? I was like 14. You were like
15, 16?
Yeah. He is a trans man.
I have seen so much of the BuzzFeed shit.
Experience within this social construct.
Do you feel like you're like listening to someone trip on acid? A gender that is profound, deep, and infinite, meant to resemble when one mirror is reflecting into another mirror, creating a paradox. Is this a Marvel universe? Who thinks about gender this much all day?
This is the transgender community. Where have you been?
Not in it. Breaking news.
52 genders on the loose.
What you need to know about 2017 gender crisis.
Do you know where your kids are?
Do you know your kid's gender?
Would you date someone who's trans?
Yes.
Maybe. It might be too much trans for me.
Would you date someone who's black?
Depends on the person entirely.
Considering, okay, we have to consider that they have good personalities.
Rihanna?
You like Rihanna? That's like 2008.
She just seemed like she could like hoover your skin color off.
Okay, and
Would you date someone who's fat?
No.
yes. Depends.
Skeptic has a... Yeah, I almost said a Greg bod. You wouldn't date someone who's like fat, but
no.
dad bod is acceptable.
Yeah, that's fine.
Would you date someone who's disabled?
Yes.
I would too, but not mentally.
I was watching the news one day. There was this girl and she was paralyzed. Holy shit balls in a handbag. Like, girl, I don't give a fuck what don't work on you.
So I don't know what your answer is to those questions.
We just
And you
told
don't fucking care.
We just told you, right?
Because you're gonna call us...
Are you listening?
I met a surprising number of people who would say no to all, or at least some of them. There are...
Wow, you mean not everyone's you?
It's not an excuse. My body will react accordingly to how I feel about you when I look at you.
Let's start with trans people. Would you date a trans person?
You just asked this question.
Well, if you said no, I'm sorry, but that's pretty discriminatory. No.
I am 100% positive that whatever the reasoning behind this
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
is absolute, like, mental gymnastics.
I'm not saying you're a horrible person who hates trans people. There was probably a
Yes,
time
you
in my
are.
life...
I'm not saying you're a horrible person, but you are.
But you are.
I said I wouldn't date a trans person, but since then I've thought...
There was a time where I was just like you. What a time that was.
It must be the Guinness Book of World Records highest horse in ever.
Hope that horse has some strong legs, right?
Clearly.
Because goddamn.
quickly about it and changed my mind. I could...
You changed your mind about your sexual
You
preference?
cannot change your mind about sexual
Oh,
preference.
fuck.
That's
This is
not how sexual preference works.
This is like borderline conversion therapy talk.
There are definitely trans people who you would never know are trans unless they told you, because they pass for cis. And that might...
Pass. Look at that anger.
Pass.
Do you see that anger in her eyes? Jesus Christ.
There was so much puh on the... I could see, like, hate seething
I
out
know.
of
They pass. They pass.
Hash slinging slasher. You're saying you're only attracted to people who pass as trans. That means that they're passing as the gender that you are attracted to.
I think all of these videos are just Riley going, please someone date
The
me.
most attractive thing about women is the womanness of women.
I don't care about like the genitals or whatever, so I'm like Riley in this sense. I'm just like, oh, it fucking doesn't matter. But to people, other people, clearly it's gonna matter. So Riley's just speaking from her own perspective, thinking that's how the world operates.
It's
And
not.
that's fucking wrong.
Wrong thing.
You're wrong!
You're wrong!
That's not how this works, Riley.
That's not how any of this works. We're not gonna finish this video for like 5 hours.
This is the first one, and then she has a follow-up one where she's like, damage control.
Sarah, can you bring me a diaper, please? Because I'm gonna be here for a while.
Oh, don't touch my spicy chicken sandwiches. Those are quality spicy chicken sandwiches.
Gotta get a slice of cheese and put a slice of cheese on them. I used to eat them in 5th period all the time.
Mayonnaise, cheese, spicy chicken.
Hallelujah.
You could never date a trans man with a vagina or a trans woman with a penis. But I think that people are more
You think.
than their genitals. I think that you could feel attraction to some...
Why is she so happy?
It really feels like you're reducing people just to their genitals.
See, this is the homophobe thing. If you're attracted to people with dicks, that's wrong. Try to be attracted to everybody.
And they can be hard to get rid of. And I think this can be...
It can be hard to get rid of. Why do you have to get rid of it?
It goes for lesbian women with penises. It's difficult because some queers...
Stop.
Wait.
I don't really even have anything to say. I just want you to stop. I didn't understand that for a second. I thought women with penises. I was like, wait, where did this go all of a sudden? 'Cause this took a really sharp turn. Like, we didn't even hit the brakes or stop at the stop sign. We just made a real sharp left and cut somebody off.
Gay
There we
conversion therapy has been proven not to work, but you can unlearn your own prejudices.
Conversion therapy doesn't work, but you can unlearn.
I don't...
I don't
Earth's flat, we're all gonna die.
How we talk about potentially dating trans people has a lot in common with the way we discuss other preferences. Saying that you're not attracted to...
Why was preferences in quotes? It's what it is.
It's informed by a society that tells you that being thin is ideal. Everything in the media you consume...
We have to save this for another video because I can go off on a rant.
Especially since we know that the relationship between weight and health is extremely complex.
It's not really that complex. As soon as I see the word curvy under body type, swipe, goodbye, see you later. If you're fat, just be fucking fat and be proud about it, or lose weight. Don't say curvy, because clearly you wish you could lose weight then. Like, curvy has been hijacked. There's no... Curvy doesn't.
I fucking hate the real women have curves shit. And it's like rolls.
If you
Sure,
look
they're
like I
all-
just took a spoon to a fucking tin of Pillsbury dough, you know when you like push on the cardboard
Yes.
thing and it goes boop?
Yeah.
And it's like kind of like oozing out of the sides, but it's still like
Yes.
compact. Yes, that's not curvy.
I'm not going to tell you that you have to be attracted to this fat person or that trans person or that disabled.
Or this fat
You
trans
just did.
disabled. You're basically telling us that we should be attracted to anyone. Well, then what is the cutoff point of being attracted to anyone? Like I should just, oh, well, you want to go on a date with me? I shouldn't say no because
Riley
reasons.
said so.
Riley said that's discriminatory.
Disabilities come in a very wide range, from being deaf to being in a wheelchair to only having one arm, and I think it's pretty...
To thinking there's more than two genders.
I think if you can accept that these prejudices exist in all of us, even you can identify them on the...
No, it's like the Smokey the Bear. Like
Oh,
even
God.
you can prevent prejudice in dating. You usually know what you like. You know what I mean? Like if you're attracted to a woman, you're gonna assume
Like a
she has a vagina.
A vagina.
A vagina. If you're attracted to men, you're gonna assume
Sex
they
ed
have
101.
a penis.
A beepus.
Because these dating preferences are ultimately... But in reality, all kinds of people around the world are constantly dating, having sex, finding people attractive, getting married. It's not only the conventionally attractive who find love or have sex. So by...
At their own leisure because they are mutually attracted to each other.
Alright, ready for this?
No.
So,
no,
this is Riley's, like, damage control of this video.
Stop.
What?
39,000 dislikes to 1,000 likes. Holy shit balls.
I'm going to use the word cis-sexism instead of transphobia, but...
Why? Shit.
Cis-sexism?
Cis is a sexy house.
It's not a real word.
It's not.
It's not.
You're gonna have to bear with me because I feel like I'm gonna take. I need time to digest this
Okay.
because I'm already like really. My head's swimming.
Cis-sexism.
Cis.
To be attracted to only one type of genitals. Riley, that's called being gay or straight.
But after I say that, I usually get a bunch of blatantly cis-sexist responses. So I thought I'd address all of those responses out.
I love how she's calling all the critics cis-sexists. You have to give them a negative name just to make them look bad.
Yes.
But it's really people like, Riley, I like dick and I can't control it, I'm sorry. And Riley's like, cis-sexist.
You're a horrible person. I don't know
So
why I
am
make
I.
that voice for Riley Dennis, but
I know, she doesn't sound like that shit. This is what Riley does.
nasally voice.
I often get accused of homophobia, lesbophobia, or lesbian erasure by lesbians who believe that I'm trying to change their sexual orientation.
You are.
You're telling them that them being only attracted to other women with vaginas is wrong.
My soup got cold. She was yelling.
My soup's gone. Which one of you flatfoots ate my lollipop?
Now I'm gonna starve.
Chocolate! I always hated it!
They say that my language sounds a lot like a dude trying-
gender preference. I always hated it!
I'm gonna Photoshop Riley's face onto that thing, and that will be the thumbnail for this video. And no one will get it until they come to this part of the video. She's just brushing off all the like legitimate criticisms as successful.
So this is supposed to be damage control, but it's really actually just more damage.
Instead of actually addressing the criticism, like the legitimate criticism, Riley's like, "You're all sexist."
It's like you let a bull in a china shop, and in order to clean it up, you let a second bull in the china shop.
I'm not telling lesbians that they can't be lesbians. If you're a woman who only likes women, go ahead, identify as a lesbian. But some...
Go ahead. We're gonna come back. Just go
Wait,
ahead.
she's gonna say some women have penises.
Go ahead. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back.
Okay, okay.
Don't say it yet. Don't say it.
Okay.
have penises.
You're telling women
Yeah.
that
You're telling.
they shouldn't identify as lesbians, but that some women have penises and they should like those women's penises. They don't want penises. They want JJs, vaginas. They don't want
They-
Beppis. They want vagina. No matter what you want to say, I've said it 18,572,000 times. You can't change biology. Like, biologically, you'll still always be female. You'll biologically still always be male. You're just living socially and legally as that gender.
I'm not saying you have to have sex with a trans woman or you're cis-sexist.
That's literally what you just said.
There are 3 bowls in this China shop.
There's 3 bowls in this China shop. And one of them may or may not have a penis, but we're not going to judge it because we're not sure what its gender is. She's very passive-aggressive, and she likes to act like she's not, but she's very passive-aggressive.
Like, having a preference for tall girls is fine, but refusing to date anyone under 5'7" is ridiculous.
Girl, I like to climb, so the taller the better.
I know your preference. Ready? Tall, blonde, right? Gym bunny.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, that's your preference. What is my preference? There's a video of us that's still on the internet, and I can't take it off because I forgot the password for the account, of us making fun of celebrities. And you call Kim Kardashian an ant. And you say that Jay-Z has such giant nostrils he can suck up the ocean. Why is she acting like trans people don't have preferences either?
No, like, we're, like,
Right?
thirsty for anyone who'll give us attention, and, oh god, I should just
All
accept
projection. What if Riley?
it. Just shut the fuck up and don't say what you're about to say.
What if Riley?
I will pick you up and throw you out the window right now.
Riley's like the anti-Derek.
Okay, people love their tokens. I've done an entire video on moral licensing and why this is a terrible defense, but in summary, you'll always be able to find trans people to back up your cis-sexist views.
People said that though. Some feminist was like, "Oh, you brought on your token trans," and I was like, "You know, this is like my only friend. This is like my only friend in like throughout life. It's you and like Greg. That's about it."
We've been friends since we couldn't walk anywhere by ourselves, let alone
Yeah,
had
we had
permits
to
or...
walk to Burger King.
Well, that we weren't supposed to do, but...
We weren't supposed to do it, but we did. We walked to Burger
My
King.
mom said we're not supposed to go, we're gonna get in trouble.
Having a trans friend doesn't mean you're suddenly an expert on trans issues.
You're not an expert, asshat.
People internalize negative ideas about their own identity.
Everything is internalized. Everything is internalized.
We've existed as long as humans have existed, but being transgender was not a main...
Like they're 2 different things. We've existed alongside the humans this whole time.
I think she just exposed herself.
characteristics. People with penises tend to develop facial hair, gain muscle mass, and get a deeper voice. People with vaginas tend to develop breasts.
I like how
People with vaginas.
Jesus, that retard stress, that fucking testosterone.